Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL, women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. It's been 3 days since posting the video I did covering Chelsea FC and owner Roman Abramovich being sanctioned by UK government, and more information has come out. After posting that video on Friday, I saw a post around YouTube and on Twitter saying Chelsea had their credit cards frozen, and these are their corporate credit cards. And after fact-checking, I can confirm that is very much true. According to ESPN, Barclays temporarily froze Chelsea's credit cards because they were worried Chelsea was going to breach government rules. Due to the sanctions, the club does have limitations on spending. This would be a cap of around $20,000 on travel to away matches. Oh, I meant to say £20,000. And £500,000 limit on the cost of staging home games. The club is still in communication with the government over easing the restrictions, and club officials are hoping that their corporate credit cards will be unlocked in the upcoming days. ESPN says it remains a possibility that if the government decides not to make certain financial concessions, the club could technically become insolvent in the weeks ahead, which could trigger a 9-point deduction under Premier League rules. Abramovich is being pressured right now to sell the club, and he is expected to seek a separate license to do so. However, since Chelsea's assets are frozen, the bids have to be approved by the Department of Culture, Media, and Sport for any sale to go through. ESPN says Abramovich would like to sell the club for £3 billion, but points out that he may not be able to find a buyer willing to pay that much at the moment. So Chelsea is in a financial bind right now. There is no way for them to spend or make money due to these sanctions. The Chelsea megastore online is still offline, but instead of the white screen, there's a blue screen with the Chelsea club crest and FAQs regarding order returns, delivery status, and tracking. Also want to add, according to NPR and the Associated Press, Hyundai on Saturday, March 12th, also pulled their sponsorship until further notice, and Like 3 asked for their logo to be removed from Chelsea kits. Another pulled sponsorship and another financial hit. No ticket sales, no merchandise, no concession sales, and big sponsorships being pulled. Those are, as I said, big financial hits. On the upside, though, according to Footy Headlines, Nike is not going to cancel their deal with Chelsea. Chelsea's contract with Nike is worth £900 million over 15 years. With 9 years still to run of that deal, the club would have been in serious financial trouble had Nike decided to cut ties with them. That is very much true. If Nike did pull their sponsorship as well, Chelsea would have lost a lot of money, and it would be an even bigger financial hit. Imagine how bad it would be if Nike pulled their sponsorship from Chelsea. If they did that, they would have the ability to tell Chelsea to stop wearing their kits and would probably tell the club to ship all their merchandise in the Chelsea megastore back to Nike so that the club can't sell them. It sounds extreme, but it's something Nike, if they were to pull their sponsorship, they could do that if they wanted to. When it comes to the sponsorships of Hyundai and 3, as I said earlier, they're both wanting Chelsea to remove their sponsorship logos from the players' jerseys. But according to Footy Headlines, the men's and women's teams were unable to do that ahead of yesterday's matches against Newcastle for the men's team and Aston Villa for the women's team. Footy Headlines and Football London says Chelsea do not have any shirts without the logos and are currently unable to order more after Abramovich was sanctioned. Honestly, I feel like this is where Nike should just send the club jerseys without the logos. They definitely can do that if they wanted to. I actually have the authentic Chelsea home jersey, the one that the players wear, and the 3 and Hyundai logos are heat pressed. And after looking around on Google, there are ways to remove heat press logos from shirts. Like, there was one video of a guy removing letters from a Newcastle United shirt with an iron. It can be done, especially if Hyundai or 3 were really pushing Chelsea to get their logos off their shirts, but at the moment, it doesn't seem like they're really doing so. Before I end the video here, I do want to add one more thing because this came out after I finished doing the script for this video. As of today, March 14th, there has been many potential buyers expressing interest in buying Chelsea. Actually, I should say potential bidders. Notably, a £2.7 billion offer came in from Saudi media group. They're looking to buy the club from Abramovich. However, there are two other groups looking to buy Chelsea as well. Todd Boehly and Hans-Georg Weiss in one group, and Nick Candy is the second. The UK government recognizes these two as serious contenders right now. Saudi media group could also be a serious one too if they are going to throw their hat into the ring as well. We have to wait and see though. Anyway, it's been interesting following this story. The story is still developing, and despite everything going on with the club behind the scenes, and despite the sanctions, both the men's and women's teams are thriving and forging ahead. The men's team are coming off of a 1-0 win against Newcastle United, and the women's team are coming off of a 1-0 win against Aston Villa. That being said, the articles I used to make this video are in the description below. As I said, the story is still developing, and I may have missed a few things, but I just wanted to make sure I grabbed all the important details because it is a lot. So that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.